everybody. This is the official start of the live stream. Qualify has started. Hopefully all audio settings are okay, that you can hear the cars and me about the same level. Anyway, I need to get a little bit used to a new season of CityLiga, live streaming and everything. I'm also doing this from my vacation location in Croatia. So it's a little bit harder than usual, but yeah, we will manage it. New season, the Liga, starting with Kyoto, otherwise known as National. I even have to think about all the names, get used to it. What can I tell? Give me 1 second. Yeah, we will have 15-minute qualify race, which has started now. Like I said, the 15 minutes qualify. Then we have a 41 lap race that will be, I don't know, I guess it's 1 hour, but you'll see.
75 minutes.
75 minutes, somebody whispered. Is that here? Yeah, it's in the stream. Hey Tom, good evening.
Yes, good evening to you too.
Tom is adminning CityLiga, as far as I know. I've seen it in the LFS listing. Yeah. 75 minutes. UFR, XFR. There seems to be a grid of 31, but we have 3.
There are 5 people missing from what I can see. There are 4 withdrawn and 1 person who's just plain missing.
Lost on the internet. Okay.
Yeah, probably entered the 4th dimension behind his bookshelf or something.
Mr. Winkler, as usual, set the fastest time. I must have to say, 1:47.87 at the moment. Followed by Pete, 1:47.89. That's actually only 200 of a second slower.
Yeah, Pete shouldn't really. Pete isn't really in any state to complain because he said UFR is much better for qualifying. So he better not beat any UFRs, or he better not to be beat by any UFRs. Oh wait, whatever.
He is driving XFR, so I'm confused in my head now.
But he was complaining about the balancing.
Ah, okay. Let's see what we have on the stream at the moment. It's more fine.
It's 10 kilograms extra weight for the UFR, which it's not really that much more, but it's a pretty high-speed track, so it's XFR benefit on the straights. In field, the UFR is a bit, well, quite a bit better actually, not just a bit.
10 kilograms is 10 kilograms. Maybe 2 crates of beer, I'm not sure. Let me see, where is Morvi on my screen? As I said, I need to get used to a new season. Maybe the racers also, but I think a lot did some practice. Hopefully. That did some practice.
Well, I must, all of the people here that grid qualifying, so they must have done at least 1 lap. Well, 2 if you can.
Last week there was some grid qualifying. Morvi is coming across start finish. And he is probably going for a fast time. He is using the draft of Lazar. driving, and Lazar is backing out of it. Interesting to see. Maybe their team.
You don't really want to give anyone draft because it's, yeah, you don't really want to give anyone extra advantage because it might cost you. On the pole though in the UFR, which oh, now we have UFR 1-2 at 147.55 versus 147.83 for Mikiewicz and Walter, respectively.
Yeah, I have somebody saying on the stream chat, it's Mouseman, that the stream is lagging, but
didn't lag for me earlier. That's all I can tell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't lag for any of the bits where people were crashing RB4s on car game, I presume.
Oh yeah, during the day. I wasn't even there myself.
No, I didn't think you were. But it's a bit of a different stream setup this season, obviously. So.
Yeah, it's difficult to select a provider, but yeah. Compared to Sim Race TV, maybe some people didn't notice it, but CityLiga normally used Sim Race TV before it's closed down because of financial
issues. It hasn't closed yet, but it's gonna close in October. If I'm not completely mistaken, and our season ends at the last week of November. So.
Yeah, basically it's became an unreliable source of. Unreliable provider for streaming, but yeah, SimRace TV, the quality of SimRace TV, I didn't like it that much. Yeah. Another question on the Box TV chat from Mouseman again. Transcoding is only available for when you are a Hitbox TV partner, or also for Twitch. When you have lots of more concurrent views and 3-day
but
streaming.
don't you have to have like a minimum amount of stream time to keep up?
Exactly, three days a week.
Which
so
for us isn't very suitable because 2 hours of streaming every 2 weeks isn't exactly meeting those requirements.
Exactly. So yeah, but it's difficult for us, a small community, to meet those requirements. So we have to do it to this. Yeah. What can I say?
Time for some patches.
Time for some update about what's going on in the qualifying, I think, because we can talk a lot about techniques and everything and blah blah blah.
So far, all 23 cars that have qualified.
Looks good, but it's all about racing, of course, today, and not about computer streaming, internet, and all this kind of blah blah. I want to say bullshit, but let's stay nice. Mikiewicz has the fastest time at the moment, 147.55.
And by a margin of 2/10.
Yeah.
It's a UFR 125, so maybe Pete was right, but I think for the race the balancing should be fine. Especially because you obviously can't really fend off a draft.
Peter was right about what?
That the UFR would have a probably benefit, or at least in this field.
Yeah. Yeah, what can I say? I'm just a TV commentator, stream commentator, so not really a racer. Not even a cruiser.
I'm not, well, and I can't rant too much about the BOP because I made it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a bit stupid of me to say that it's first XFR on P7. No, wait, P2. Always gone up to P2. Only 200ths off the pole in the XFR. 147.57.
Yeah, but I was watching what Murphy is doing. Murphy is on the stream
they're
now.
trying to be Ferrari and trying to team draft, but...
Yes. Murphy is following
you know,
his
Matty's
teammate.
20th. I'm not sure it really matters if you're gonna gain like 2 or 3 places, if you're gonna be 20th or 16th. It's yeah. If anything, I'd prefer to be 20th than 16th, because at least you can brake when everyone crashes in front of you.
Let's see, maybe he has a blazing first split. I don't know what the split times are.
I don't know the split times either. I've never done an NGT race here.
33:38 is Matthews doing that. Now the question is, what has the number 1 as split time? I have no idea.
Seems that Flame is having Martin Kapal, also known as Flame, is having a great time driving with Mouse and coming last because of it. If it wasn't for him, the field would actually be covered by 1.2 seconds, which is probably the best margin we've had in quite a while, even in Grid 1. But no, he and his Mouse have to ruin it.
24 people have a qualified time now.
Indeed. There's still one person without a time, but I'm not sure who it was.
Here comes Matthews cross start finish. And he has pole position almost. No.
Pole position, he went 1 position better. That was totally worth the effort.
He moved to position 19. Let's see what's going on the track. We have now
Lazar coming around the last overturn now. Let's see what his first timed lap will be. And his last timed lap, because there's only 1 minute 10 left in the session.
Yeah, at the moment there's Kapal on the stream and he is holding the last time of the grid, his last, and he is having a license plate indeed with Mouse and then a sad smiley.
Sounds like he wrecked his wheel.
Well, that can happen.
I know all about wrecking wheels, especially if they're bait you take.
I have my wheel and my pedals here, but I forgot the power adapter for the force feedback and everything else on the wheel, so I have everything here, but it's not functioning. Let's see, Kapal going across start finish.
Top
almost.
Couple of positions. 147, 55, 57, 59, 63, 68, 76. Very close gap.
Well, did exactly the same time which he already did, maybe, or I don't know, but he still has the last position.
Ooh, someone goes up another couple of positions. Pete does a time good enough for P3.
Let's see.
Oh, and it's tie for pole. That's a tie for pole.
We have still Morvi going across finish. He is third and stays third, but that's also same
same time for P12 and P34. Yeah, it's it would be really cruel if someone does a .56 now.
Then comes Luke across start finish. Luke doesn't seem to improve his time. Who else is coming across finish? Safi, Laxo. It's
Super
going.
D across the line. Is in 10th.
It's going too fast for me at the moment. I still need to get used to it again.
Katila going across the line. Yeah.
15, 148. Yeah, he's improving, moving to 14th place.
Arco.
And this is Arco indeed. Arco is currently...
Stays 13th, even though he did improve his time.
Yeah. So everybody is across start finish now. Did their qualified time. No, they can chat. Somebody wants to sign off? Marcel wants to sign off? Then. I listened to the briefing a little bit. As far as I know, there's a 5-minute break now before the race starts.
Indeed there is. I just couldn't find which button I assigned it to.
The 5-minute break mission. So we have Mikiewicz in pole, followed but at exactly the same time in second position Volta, and in third place Morvai, and in fourth, actually also third place because it's also the same time, Pete with 1:47.56, so 200 of a second lower than the pole position time and the second time. Then we have in fifth place, if people still get what I'm saying, we have in fifth place we have Jesse, GGFM Jesse, 1:47.59. In sixth position Troy, 1:47.60. So within 500 of a second we have 1 to 6. Then we have Winkler in seventh place, also close to the top of the field. We have Saf and Maxco in 8th, 9 Bocci, 10 Super D, 11 Knox Ronald, 12 Cobigny, 13 Arco, 14 J Catila, 15 Big D, 16 Asco, 17 CMR Space, 18 EM Marcel, 19 EXR Matthew, 20 TCR Racing Elmo, 21 TCR Racing Luke, 22 Lazar, 23 PMW, 24 Totwina, 5 MM Kapal. I mentioned everybody. And the top 10 is 3/10 of a second apart from each other.
Yeah, it's pretty close, promises. Well, unless people go for really wacky strategies, it should be a close race.
I don't know, I never liked the NGT class, the XFR, UFR class.
No, it's brilliant class.
Of course it's brilliant class.
It can provide some pretty good racing if the field's good and decent, well, of a decent size. Not like the one where you were gonna have for the 10-hour race, which had like 5 cars and a lame horse signed up for it.
This Mikiewicz. I don't remember that name from last season. So
did he drive last season? I'm just trying to remember. I'm sure if it's not him, it's one of his teammates, but it's certainly the same team.
Mm-hmm. Well, we also have a second server, which is the CityLiga Grid 2. But I cannot tell what's going on there because there is no remote configured. Don't know why this is.
don't ask me. It's not my fault.
Normally there is on Elephant's World a remote where you can see what's going on the server, but it's missing today. Maybe a small organizing error, or maybe on purpose. No idea. But I cannot mention what's going on there on the other grids. This is yeah. We have 2 grids. Here are 25 people on the other server. I don't know how many. I'm guessing 24, maybe 23. It's too much to have on one server.
Yeah, that's for sure. Even with 40 slots.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wouldn't want to know what 40 slots, 40 cars would be like into that first chicane.
Yeah, I asked for expansion of slots. I don't know. It can be interesting. The competition, which is for example iRacing, can host 64 slots. So yeah, the Americans can do it. Why not Western Europe?
No, it's 60 slots, not 64.
Okay, 60 then.
And only on 4 tracks.
The race is going to start. Season 21 of CityLiga on Kyoto National. We're going to watch Morphy.
Well, it's a lap first, so everyone can practice how to crash in turn 1.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is obviously the intention of this.
Yeah. First we get a test start. I almost forgot that. But this is not the real start, people.
Not a very good launch from Pete. At least it didn't look very good. Pretty good launch from the pole setter, Mikiewicz. Behind that, it's just becoming one massively long draft train. People driving into the wall on straight, brilliant.
Just with a crazy...
Oh, and there we go, there's the accident. Callie going for a gravel, everyone crafuffling into the gravel trap in turn 3. Oh dear.
Well, this was only a test start, so probably everything will be perfect. Real start. Now we get the real start. Let's see.
Yep,
I keep
here
the camera.
We go. Round 1 of CityLiga Season 21, the 22nd season of CityLiga.
Yep. Cameras again at Morphy. And we have green. Minutes, 41 laps started, 75 minutes of racing.
Oh, and 2-3 wide before the infield.
I'm touching here and there.
Oh, and yes, it got touched, and oh, around he goes, and in the gravel.
Being pitted. That's possible.
Yeah, he can rejoin unless the leader's already on lap 3, which he clearly isn't. But he'll lose a huge amount of time now. He's just basically already lost over a sector of time.
Yeah, Jesse also dropped all the way to the back of the grid.
Mikiewicz easily retaining the first place for now.
Yeah, there's a gap of 2-3 seconds maybe already.
.6 seconds, that's split 2 gap between P1 and 2. After that, it's an XFR train behind Morby.
And I've read that there is a mandatory pit stop, so
yeah, where you have
everybody needs
to
to
change all tires, and you can do it at any point except the last lap.
So anything can happen.
Indeed. Well, it's a LFS race, so anything can happen anyways, no matter what.
First lap has
2-3
passed for
wide into turn 1.
basically everybody.
P. For P4.
Little touch between Volta and Morvai. Pete on the outside of Volta.
That car looks tiny next to the XFR.
Volta car? The purple car, you mean?
Yeah, UFR looks really, really small.
Yeah, like a woman's handbag. Volta chooses the inside, overtakes Morvai.
Let's hope they don't try and go too wide here. Volta closes the door, smart decision. Don't want to go too wide through that couple of corners. Especially the first one, the other ones are actually okay. It's going to be pretty interesting to see who manages the tires out well, temperature-wise. Wear-wise, it shouldn't really be a massive issue. But it seems that Valter is really creating a train behind him, Valter and Morvai for that matter.
Yeah, Mikiewicz is profiting from all this. The gap has increased to 3 seconds already.
But then you don't know how much fuel he's got. He might have, I don't know, next to 3/3 of nothing in that car.
Pete is using the draft of Morvai's car, is overtaking Morvai, moving to 3rd place, but for how long?
Morvai might get back from turn 1 or turn 2, depending on how you count it. Pick D in the pits. When they're going 3 wide. Morvai thinks better of it. Pete and Valter now side by side again. And Valter again with the benefit with his shopping trolley through the infield. Not if he runs wide like that though.
Troy is trying to catch up with this train. We have Volta.
Oh god, this is gonna end in a disaster if they're not careful.
Volta, Pete, Morvai, and
Oh,
Winkler.
and in the background there's a UFR going off into gravel, one of the WC guys.
We cannot switch the camera in this
It's
at this moment.
Savilaxo dropping back to outside the top 20. Ooh, that was a bad mistake. He's gonna have to work really, really hard to make those places back up.
Alright. We're still following what's happening in the front of the field.
Yeah. Quantity of things happening is very high.
Mm-hmm.
2 wide again. Morvai and Valter. Also 2 wide in a minute between. Oh no, they're gonna go 4 wide. Come on, guys. No. Don't.
Fastest lap for Mikiewicz. Gap increased to 5 seconds.
It's not surprising. He's the only guy who doesn't have to contend with 17 cars around him. Winkler moves in front. Goes deep though. Can he keep it through apex? Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Closes the door for turn 4.
Winkler moved to 3rd position.
For now at least, but it's the infield again, so it's the Valter benefit. And behind there's also Botzi and another UFR, and a very grey one. UFR generally should be much better on the tyres here, so they probably can afford to really just completely smash the throttle pedal on the exit of corners.
Pete secretly moved to second position.
Oh, Troy goes wide. It's gonna let Walter through. This is brilliant so far. This is absolutely brilliant.
Looks good.
And now Pete wishes he wasn't in front. No tyre issues for anyone in that group actually. Everyone doing just fine.
Well, if you look at Morvai's left front, it's a little bit red.
Yeah, well, it's still okay. It's not red. It's just a bit. I don't know. It looks like
pink.
Looks like some Pete shirts going off. Winkler moves in front of Pete before over turn 1. Now they'll be side by side before the actual turn 1 for anyone who doesn't do ovals. Oh, and I think there was contact.
Not sure.
Very little room.
Now
there was definitely contact between Morvai and Pete.
Winkler and Pete. Morvai profited from it. Oh, and there was Morvai touching the side of Winkler, but everything is okay.
I think if Winkler was in a UFR, that would have been a bit of a bigger issue.
Wow. A little bit, at least on my screen, a little bit of lag from Morvai disappearing.
It seems to be doing fine.
That is my connection.
Croatian internet not up to the job, seemingly.
Yeah, maybe.
More too wide action. Pete's been shuffled back to 5th, so. This is basically like NASCAR right now.
but without crashes so far.
Behind that, it's 2 UFRs and Troy going almost 3 wide before turn 1. And Katila almost on the apron there.
I have to see what you're talking about, but yeah. Katila is right next to Botsi, braking later behind Troy.
Almost sailed right into the back of Troy's car.
And we have a queue of 2, 4, 6, 7 cars for second position.
But basically everyone's queuing behind P2 and Mikiewicz, if he's got any fuel in that car, he must be thinking, where the hell is everyone else?
7 seconds ahead, yeah.
Yeah, after 5 laps, this is 5.5 laps, and it's 7 seconds a lap. 7 seconds a lap. Oh, dear, no. I mean 7 seconds ahead.
Basically gaining 1 second a lap. 1 second a lap.
Right now, at least, yeah.
Anyway, we have Katila again, right next to Troy on the inside, now on the outside. I don't think that is a good place. There's touching there.
The problem is nobody wants to be first on 3 oval of that train.
Yeah.
And the issue with that is someone is gonna be first onto the oval, so. And this time it's again Winkler, and he's gonna be drafted by Morvai again. Or is it? Well, he might just be far away enough. Or far enough away. Or, yeah, far enough away. No,
we have some people going into the pits. What's that? Jesse parked into the garage and joined spectators.
Nah, it wasn't going well for him. I saw he had a big dent on his car. We
have Super D also in the pits, but we're following Katila, who's touching Troy here and there and everywhere, and then we have Asko joining the train of cars in front.
It's gold dust for Winkler, Morvai and Pete right now because they've broken off that group behind. Even if Winkler is still not really clear of Morvai. Behind that we still have NASCAR restrictor plate racing galore.
Yeah, it's for me. It's so many racers battling for a position or being in that train. It's hard for me to track, to give attention to. Say that.
Yeah, it's you can't really keep track of it right now because there's just too much going on.
But action is good. Katila is still on the stream, which is on the back of this train.
Yeah, oh, someone's pulling in the pits of that group.
Which is...
Botsy's pulling into pit lane.
Yeah.
Using the fantastic apron, which has probably the most low-res road texture in LFS.
Asko was right next to Troy, overtakes Troy.
Someone's about to time out. Arco has disappeared into a cloud of lag. Oh, and he's gone.
He is gone.
Darn. He was in, I think he was just in the top 10. Already gone, only 7 laps in, that's not very good. That's a shame.
In the meantime, Volta, Asko and Troy, well, basically Asko and Volta, battling for, what is it?
And behind that you have Troy and Katila. So it's UFR versus XFR squared. It's really costing Walter time here for the infield, having pulled in front of him. He doesn't really have that ability to just pass him easily, even with the draft, because UFR only has a 250cc chainsaw engine. Not really, by the way. But it's not that powerful.
Lawnmower motor.
I think it's 1.3.
Volta chooses the inside to overtake Asko, but I think Asko is going to profit from that view.
Oh, he's got absolutely roasting tires on the left-hand side. I thought nobody would be struggling with tires.
Talking about who?
That's gonna be.
Gonna be you.
He's got a really toasty couple of tires. His right front's really cool. Maybe you should swap every couple of corners.
Driving on 2 wheels, yeah, I know somebody who can do that pretty good. In LFS. Volta on the back of Asko, going to go on the outside. I don't think, yeah, probably he's waiting or something.
Oh, he gets down the inside, but the next corner's right-hander, so... Nope, can't do that, has to lift out. Could hear him lift out of the throttle there.
But so far everything clean.
Behind him, Katila late on the brakes for the second sweeping hairpin in the infield. Just before sector 2, or end of sector 2. Pulls in front of Troy, but that right before the over section. Oh, and he's really made a mockery of that corner. So Troy's easily gonna pass him back on the oval, even if there's another WCL UFR ganging up behind him.
into lap 10 of 41, so about 25% of the race completed. Quarter of the race basically. Todwina joined spectators.
Second retirement, 23 cars still going. No, 22 cars, sorry. Third retirement. Doesn't seem to bother anybody in the top 10. Also quite some quite feisty driving in the back of the field as well, outside the top 10.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that also a little bit. Volta was on the stream for quite a while, well, fighting with Asko, but we also have behind that Troy, Catila, and now Ronald has joined that. So Ronald is now on the stream.
That also means I mistook Ronald's car for a WCL car. Just because of the yellow tube tag.
We have BMW behind Elmo. BMW tries to catch 11th position.
My God, how can you slide a front-wheel drive car onto the open? That actually looked really cool, but was really slow.
We have two cars going to the pits. It's Volta.
Yep.
Where is it on my list? There. Volta and BMW. If I know, Catila.
To time his pass.
Let's switch back to the action. Give a little bit of airtime to Morvai, which is right behind Winkler still. They have about the same lap times, and I personally think that's not going to change much. Also
yeah, I think unless one of them makes a mistake.
Yeah. But I didn't saw Winkler making a mistake in the last 3 years, maybe. I'm exaggerating.
I know, I remember one mistake last season in the FBM race where he said, oh, I'll definitely get pole, and I think he qualified like 8th or something, because he completely cocked up his lap.
Okay, I don't remember that.
The only reason I bring it up, because he was being like, yeah, that pole will be mine. And nope.
We're also following Troy behind Escona B. Esco itself.
At least it's an equal fight car-wise. Troy should have the draft, he's close enough, so he should get a good amount of extra speed if he chooses to pass early, which I don't think he is, because he's trying to avoid the draft a little bit before he gets to turn 1.
But with this early pit stop from people and yeah, a little bit of mistakes here and there, the gaps between the cars have increased quite a lot. Winkler.
Some of those battles were simply created from people running low fuel.
Yeah, we have a touch between Esco and Troy. Troy moved in front of Asko, but
yeah, into turn 1, clean move. Timed his pass pretty well. Oh, it's gonna be almost runs up the back of him, decides to mow the lawn a bit.
Well, that costs him a lot of time, and that gives the Ronald the opportunity to catch up, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, through the infield at least, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the bumper now at Esco.
Shouldn't try to pass him here though, at least I would not. It's pretty pointless to pass someone right before you're going to pass back.
Yeah. but I think
not very smooth through those couple of corners.
I think Renault has enough experience to wait for this opportunity, but gap is
It's not like the track's changed, is it?
Gap is small enough maybe to do an overtake maneuver.
Yeah, but you can see he has a much harder time of drafting up behind him.
Yeah.
Like if I look at what the Troy was doing top speed wise in the draft, he was doing well over to 240 and he was struggling to do 237. However, he might not be able to outbrake him. Nah, it's a bit risky from there. Oh, but that's gonna be completely misses the apex. Probably safest to try and pass him early on in the infield and just gap him.
It looks that Ronald wants to play safe, but
yeah, well, it's lap 13, so
yeah, okay.
Fighting. 2 TC guys.
Well, we are switching to Morvai, but Morvai is overtaking Winkler. It already happened. Why is that? The sector time is 3/10 slower of Winkler. Winkler deciding to pit.
I don't think so. But if time would be slow, it would probably be faster. But he's gonna have to draft, pretty sure.
Maybe this was the small mistake what we mentioned earlier. You mentioned earlier. Tires are good of Winkler, so that cannot be the issue. And he tries to retake his position.
Outside. Oh, better not force the issue. No, not quite on there.
Backing out of that situation.
The 2 TC guys are still fighting. And they've got no one else around them to fight with. At least not in close enough proximity. Winkler getting in the draft of Morvai. Goes to the inside. Passing before over turn 1. Morvai's chance to pass him back right away though if he does it right. I think he's just a little bit too far back for that. Yeah, Kali even covers the inside line a bit.
And maybe somebody noticed on the chat that somebody got kicked, but that's because he wasn't participating in this season.
No, I think he is, but he's a Grid 2 guy.
Oh, okay, he joined the wrong server. Still following Morvai and Winkler, right next to each other.
Side by side. Oh, come on.
This
is pretty good. Oh, Winkler goes too deep.
Yeah, yes.
And
You see that.
well, he's not quite through, is he? But I think Winkler lifted, even tapped the brake, I think. Just so he could be behind again. Slows it up nicely before the apex, trying to get a good launch without any problems. Oh, hits the grass on the inside. I think that's his chance of a draft gone for this lap. Gotta wait for his next opportunity, which definitely isn't gonna come on the oval part. Mikiewicz, meanwhile, still in front and completely unseen by everyone else because he's not exactly around many other people.
Yeah, but the gap between Mikiewicz and Morva is 9 seconds, so that's we're now ellipsed.
It's not uncatchable, but if you look at the tendencies in pace, then Mikiewicz clearly is ahead. Or clearly is consistently faster.
What I tried to say is they had 1 second advantage lap by lap in the first 6 laps,
well,
7 laps.
Yeah, in the first couple of laps, yeah, not quite so much anymore.
Yeah. Is there a battle going on at the moment, other than Morva and Winkler? The answer is no.
It seems like everyone has kindly given up their battles just for theirs to remain.
Well, still there need to be by most of the racers.
I mean, we're not even halfway done, so
most of the racers need to do
really
a pit
close
stop. So
this time.
in some competition like Volta and Botzi, they already made their pit stop.
Yes, indeed. They're basically racing in the support class until everyone else has made the pit stop. I couldn't really see how long their stops were. I could only see them exiting.
Matthew is on the back of Elmo for some reason. Elmo dropped
a really bad second split. I think he must have had some sort of mistake on the infield.
Well,
but he's about a second down on his teammate in the split too, just there in the last lap. And Marty's now going to the inside in his cart with wheels.
And
goes through on the brakes quite easily, even if he runs a bit deep, but can keep it. Now gets a good exit. Next couple of corners should suit him.
Getting away quite a bit with his UFR. Yeah. Lying half a second quicker. First split. I think he's maybe a second quicker now.
Well, the half you can't really judge the first split alone because Marty had a much better line.
Waiting on the second split. 1:12.7 for him.
Yeah, so he basically
almost
lost
a second.
Another third of a second in that sector. But still running well. All the corners are still intact, no damage.
Okay, we're switching back to Winkler and Morva.
Yeah, they're still at it. Going through the oval section again, approaching the first chicane. Morva in front, and Winkler behind. Nice. Always nice to see them almost flip every single lap through that corner. Ooh, Winkler really close. Might just force a pass when he gets the opportunity. But the problem is that they keep passing each other the whole time. That's
but
not good.
There are still many laps to go, so...
Yes, but for them to actually stay in front, you know, someone would need to make a gap. And right now, neither of them can actually create a gap. Or even maintain one for more than 2 laps. Oh, I think they both hit the wall.
Yeah, at least Winkler, and I'm following Winkler and listening to his engine. He was delaying with shifting to from third to fourth gear. Don't know why he did that, but...
Well, you want to rev the engine out because it has no power.
But he certainly is not catching up Morphy, to my surprise.
Well, he's hit the wall, so that's he's basically blown his chance. Even though I'm pretty sure that Morphy also scraped the wall a bit. He's just about he's just about catching now. So if there was a Joker lap where you do the whole oval, he'd probably have got him the next time around. But that would be a bit too weird, so we don't do that. At it. It's only for 18th right now, but...
Yeah, but they both already made pit stops.
Yeah, they've
so
already made their pit stop. They're basically running... well, right now they're running their own race.
Secretly they're quite in front, but we will see after the complete grid heads.
There's also a bit of a 2-3-way battle happening around Luke in P10. He's keeping track with Marcel in front, who's struggling with his tyres a bit. His left side tyres are really, really warm. And now Luke's got his draft.
Already was thinking to switch the camera to these 3 guys. I was not sure, but the gap decreased so much in this lap. Luke catches up onto the bumper of Marcel.
Well, it doesn't give him the inside, understandably. You sort of have to defend if you want to keep a place. That Aeromine's car running really low on the back. Nah, can't quite keep it around the outside. Didn't quite have enough room to get to the inside, and now Matty's gonna bobble him.
Camera will be staying at these 3, but Winkler really lost contact with the rear bumper of Morva now. The gap is about 1 second maybe. Oh, and we have somebody crashing. Who's that? Spinning completely runs Elmo. Elmo lost control of his car and he is back.
No damage, only
nose forward.
Only a couple of, well, flat-spotted tires.
Yeah. I saw that a little.
A bit of a toasty rear.
We're back with the other teammate, Luke, trying to overtake Marcel using the outside. Don't think that's going to happen this lap.
He's gonna have to do the switchback. It would be not that. It would actually be quite smart of him. He just lifted off slightly, would have gotten behind him in the draft and then gone to the inside. Maybe he can do it anyways, though. And there's contact. Oh yeah. Man, and Matty's through.
It's that third person who is profiting from two people fighting. Yeah. Well, as a spectator, yeah, you can expect, you can just see that happen. Somebody was in the pits, what was it? Yeah, BMW made a pit stop.
Yep, now on fresh, cold tires. The thing is, if Luke can get his rhythm back, he can he's going to have a much easier time passing the UFR.
We will see if that's going to happen, because I don't see other battle going on at the moment. Morvai even increased more his gap between Winkler.
It's about the same. Winkler was actually marginally quicker on that last lap. Mikiewicz, meanwhile, has done a 47.68, so he's, I think, if I'm not completely wrong, he's 0.13 away from his pole position time.
Need more space in the pit. Just for the record, we're still following Luke, who's catching up with Maffey. Really onto the back of that UFR now. Probably waits until entering the oval, hopefully.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's got enough sense to do that.
Well, to be sure, Maffey moved away a little bit, so...
And didn't do a good job of those two corners onto the oval. Oh dear God. It's not a WRC stage, come on.
Thing on the
what on earth?
It was a little bit of a touch.
You have a straight wide enough to fit 8 cars next to each other, and you still have 2 guys touching. Though I would blame that on Matty actually, because he had much more room to the inside than that.
And again touching, and Matthew moves in. No, touch again.
Yeah, but no hard touch this time. This time netcode did its job. It's a bit... Nah, I don't like this, I have to say. It's a bit too ham-fisted.
No further comment on that.
Unnecessary to do wheel bang.
Well, in my opinion, if Luke brakes a little bit earlier in the oval, he has a different opportunity, a different angle.
Well, he can't afford to brake any earlier than the latest you can brake, because the UFR can brake later because it weighs about 20 tons less. Well, not really true. It's like, well, it's
making mistakes now, so I cannot
easier.
say how I will try to do it, but losing a lot of yeah, not seconds, but a lot of space. Lost basically a second with that move, with that mistake.
I'm not sure whose mistake it was. I think it's just so unnecessary.
Yeah, but that makes it a little bit uninteresting to watch it at the moment. So we switch to Troy, who sneaked up behind Pete. Talking about 5th position.
See, for P4 even.
Yeah.
P4, Troy's P5.
Yeah. Troy's first and second split are a little bit faster than Pete, but Pete's last sector seems to be much quicker.
Yeah, he's done a bit of a better job there for the last couple of corners in the last sector. But I think Troy's gonna get his draft through turn 1. Well, oval turn 1. The banked thing.
At the end of the lap, Troy is 2/10 faster. Yeah. Well, Matthew is making his pit stop.
Oh, that's another battle ruined for now.
Wow. Lap 25 of 41, so we're safe to say that we are quite comfortably across half of the race. Still watching Pete and Troy battling for 4th position. Bonsai Fighter team. At least the skin says that. Same skin as Ronald has. You are also in that team, Dom, as far as I can remember, with CityLiga 10-hour race.
Yeah, we're driving on the relay in a 10-hour race. Oh, he's got the draft now. He's on the inside, so Pete might try to do a switchback. Well, if you can call it a switchback at that sort of speed at these sort of corners.
Yeah, he's trying to do that.
And he's doing it. Yeah, goes back through.
Fair enough.
However, I'd also be scared if there was a guy behind me in a police car with a Citroen badge on it.
Police car, Citroen badge.
Yeah, if you look at Pete's skin, it has a Citroen badge.
But is it the police car skin?
That sort of thing at the back, that's on UK police cars.
Okay.
That sort of red and orange, those sort of red and orange stripes. Troy comes back at him. He's gonna dive.
I think it's yellow blue.
Yes, he will. Oh, and contact.
Bang, 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 and more, even
and
more
more
banging.
contact.
Why does he have a Citroen badge? That's weird anyway, at cruise servers.
Oh, and another pass coming up. Yay! 3 passes in 1 lap. Well, at least if he passes him before the line. Oh, I think just about.
I think so too.
0.02 of a second he was in front of Troy.
And
oh, and there's contact between them in the braking zone, and more contact. Oh, Troy's almost in the grass.
Yes.
Oh, now here we go.
But it's being joined now by Esco, and I thought Esco went to pit, but apparently not. Confused with Matthew. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Matthew who went to the pit lane. Oh, again contact. It's gonna be might benefit from this. Right to the outside of the track. Is he gonna keep it around the outside? He's gonna have the advantage coming into the next 180-degree hairpin. Does, but doesn't really take that advantage up. Or doesn't take that opportunity to get by up. Or maybe Pete was just that late on the brakes.
Whoa.
Oh!
Yeah, that's sort of normal with Pete. CityLiga 10-hour race, his line dropped just before the finish. He was driving for his team. Lost connection.
Oh, there we go. That's gonna be to the left. Outside. If he has a really good draft going, he might still get Troy's draft. 240 odd kilometers an hour.
Pete was drafting Esco and
back through he goes. Luke in pit lane.
Not enough to catch up with Troy's back. And Luke indeed in the pit lane. And somebody else in the pit lane as well, Ian Marcel. And we have a third one in the pit lane, it's Elmo. Safe to say that Pete may be in this lap is going.
Well, he said yesterday he wants to go up to lap 35 or something like that. So we're still a couple of laps away from that.
Maybe he's driving different set then. That's gonna be moved in front of Pete. I think we will see a lot of switching. And Troy is profiting from this situation.
Oh, and pole time's just been beaten by Mikiewicz, 1:47.52, 1/100th of a second quicker than the pole position time.
Not surprising, the car is getting lighter and lighter.
Will Pete dive again? It's gonna be, he's got him covered this time. Nope, can't do it.
Out of camera view, but Marcel, Luke and Matthew all did their pit stop, and as a result there is a battle going on there. Maybe we're going to give that some airtime later. Still have to see what Pete and Asko is doing at the front. We're going to watch Luke, what he's doing behind Matthew.
Isn't that the same group we already had?
Maybe.
I think it is. No, with a fresh set of tires.
But a little bit of variation. When I switched, Pete lost contact completely with Asko anyway. Yeah, half a second he lost. Don't know what happened there, but obviously some mistake. Cannot catch up with Matthew at the moment, so I'm not sure what to give attention at this time of the race. Lap 30 or 41, 75% of the race completed. Luke on the outside of Matthew.
Yeah, but UFR brakes.
Backing out of it. Or you can say the UFR brakes later, yeah.
Oh,
but
come
he
on.
doesn't
Oh, he's
give
got to do the switchback. Oh, almost hit him.
In the side door, yeah, which is really nasty.
Yeah, I doubt that cardboard cover at the UFRs would offer much protection. It also is very light, so and the XFRs are much heavier.
Yeah.
So you could get bullied around quite a bit if you're not careful. We also have Pick D versus Savilaxo for P13, 2 UFRs. Pretty closely matched lap times. Oh, Luke's at it again. This time inside for turn 1 or 2 or whatever, which one you want it to be. Again, can't do it. Oh, get side by side though. Maybe you can do the switch back.
Nope,
nah,
I cannot.
Matty takes too tight of a line for that.
Oh, we have a crash. We have somebody on the oval spinning at Asko.
Oh, he's got a left rear puncture. He's got a left rear puncture.
But luckily for him, happens in front of the pits.
How on earth did he do that? Is he running with 5% brake balance?
I have no idea. But he will get fresh tires. All right. Back to Luke.
Like the way he's drafting up behind that UFR is quite as quick as I would expect from an XFR.
Well, I was trying to figure out who still needs to pit. Basically the first 8. And Capel is driving behind with his... and the leader is pitting. The leader of the race is pitting. Mikovic in the pits. And he did his pit stop, has his pit limiter on, 77 kilometers an hour.
Which is way too slow for such a long pit lane.
Yeah.
I think at Indy they had, in F1 at Indianapolis, they had a split speed limit. I think there was a section with 100 and a section with 120 kilometers an hour speed limit. That would be good.
Let's see if Winkler can catch a little bit of time. Winkler, yeah, Morvai. Morvai is the new leader. No idea why I said Winkler, but... Morvai is the new leader driving here and has Winkler in the back, I think 1.5 seconds. 1 second, yeah. He has Winkler behind him.
Yeah, indeed he does.
But I think Mikovic has had a very comfortable lead, so...
Oh, Luke and Matti again into turn 1. Oh, and I think there might have been contact. Luke's now in front. Oh dear, Marcel behind just goes through the gravel in turn 1.
So in the end, Luke managed to get in front of Matthew after all.
Yeah, only I guess he feels like it only took about 500 laps.
We have CityLiga and Big D, as you already mentioned earlier, fighting for position, and they were right next to each other. Maybe that's going on for 10 laps also already, I don't know.
Oh, Marty, what are you doing? Why are you passing back right before the oval? Not smart. Oh, missed a shift there from Luke.
Well, we still have CityLiga and Big D on the stream. They're right next to each other again, or still. Going into the first corner. front of the field, moving into lap 35 of 41. Still, did somebody make? No, not somebody else made a pit stop. So the first 8, excluding Mikovic, basically the first 7, still need to do their pit stop.
And Flame.
And Flame, yes.
In his mouse mobile.
Flash, also known as Al.
Getting close again for Pick D with Savilaxo behind them.
Yeah, it's still on the stream because I don't see. Oh, when we have somebody entering the pits, it's Capel. Okay.
Probably has to change his wrist.
From mouse driving, yes. While Pete is going into lap 36, so far this 35 lap statement.
I bet left and right hand drive have a completely different meaning for Flame now.
And Ronald made his pit stop, still in pits.
Yes. Also Lazar. Corbini is also coming in, so 3 guys coming in at once. One night's already going again.
And Winkler is going to the pits. From second place. Breaks a lot for entering the pits. But he has 81 APH in the pit lane.
Good old first gear limiter.
And away he goes. New tires.
Let's just hope he doesn't upshift too soon.
Nope, everything clean.
Rejoins P5.
Yeah, but what I was watching was the gap between Mikovic and Winkler, but that is quite big. Morva is theoretically a little bit in front of Winkler, but
Mikovic was well over 10 seconds ahead of Morvai when he pitted, and so he would have been even further ahead of Winkler.
only Morvai, Troy and Pete still need to do their pit stop. The rest of the field all made their pit stop. We're now following Morvai. it seems that he does
Stays
another
out.
lap. Well, Troy is going for
Troy's
a pit
coming
stop.
in, yeah. Whoa! Someone came close to those cones. Pete stays out.
Yep, Pete's still
So
continuing.
he's doing even more laps than he said yesterday. Liar. Ooh, Troy almost misses his pit box.
I switched the camera back to Morvai, but yeah. Roy also uses the 81 kph first gear artificial something speed limiter, gear limiter. And back on the track for Troy. While we're still watching Morvai, we only have 3 laps to go before everything finished.
Well, he's only got 3 more chances to pit. But something tells me he'll stay out again. Oh, of course, everyone always does the opposite of what I say. I should have seen that one coming. Oh, don't overshoot the engine. No, gets it slowed down, no problem. Pete also in.
76 kph.
Yeah, they should. If you're gonna use the limiter, you should really do it in second gear, because second gear is marginally faster. Morvai's made up a bit of ground with his extra laps, but nowhere near enough.
Pete leaves the pits in second gear. The last one who made pit stop. Just 2 more laps to go before the race ends, and we have Coutinho stunting a little bit. Too late when switching the camera, but not sure what's going on there. So who is fighting? It's Catila and Troy for 4th place. Do we have something else?
Yeah, we have Asko and Pick D into turn 1 for P11. Pick D and Sami Laxo in front of him are on very thin tires because they pitted really early.
Something to watch, but Pick D and Sami Laxo, that gap is Pick D and what did you say? Pick D and Asko. That gap is quite big, but we have
that's why they were side by side.
Matthew and Luke.
I think that's gonna be definitely has the grip advantage.
Let's see, we stick with Catila and Troy. They're really close to each other.
Defending against WCL car. That is continuous. He doesn't want to pass, he wants to pass into turn 1. Oh, gets up on the apron, jeez, don't do that.
That can be tricky, yeah?
Should easily outbrake him. Well, more or
Touching.
less.
Yeah.
Kinda less this time. Still outbraked him. Oh, that's gonna be around the outside of pick D into turn 1. So he goes up into 11th, pick D down to 12 for now. Unless he has the ability to use his UFR benefit on the infield.
They're on the stream right now, but I'm also following what Troy is doing. Maybe switching back to Troy. Not maybe, but for sure. Going into last lap behind Jake Attila, but I think too far away to catch a draft. Maybe not. Maybe yes.
Leader has entered his last lap. Mikovic is on his last tour around the track.
Yeah, comfortable lead of 6 seconds.
Oh, and Troy is on quite a tour up the back to the back of Katila's car.
That was, yeah, okay.
Bit of weaving there.
Attila doesn't give up.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Katila,
Luckily,
he was all the way, Troy was all the way on the left, so I'm gonna blame that contact on Katila.
luckily Troy's car, XFR, is a lot bigger, heavier.
Yeah, it's over 800 kilos, the UFR is just over 600, so...
We also have
It's the last lap, so if I was Troy, I would maybe even try to be overtaken just before the O.
It's really difficult now to switching back to Troy and Tila. I also had Pete and Bocci on the stream. Pete and Bocci in the last lap fighting with each other for position 6, and we have Gatila and Troy for 4.
Meanwhile, Mikovic comes across the line to win the race number 1 of season 21. Congratulations to him.
Is he going to overtake Pete on start finish? It looks like it, maybe not. Oh, yep.
Yeah,
he
just about 200ths of a second for P5. Not
yep.
P6, sorry. Also, even more banging of wheels between Troy and Katila before the finish, on the start and finish straight. So it's Mikovic first, Morvai second, Winkler third, Troy fourth, Katila fifth, Botsi sixth, Pete seventh, Walter eighth, Ronald ninth, Savilaxo 10th, that's gonna be 11th, Pickney 12th, PMW 13th, Lazar in 14th, Kobini in 15th, Luke 16th, Super D 17th, Space in 18th, Marcel in 19th, 20th is Marty, 21st is Elmo, and Martin Kapala
finished a lap behind.
Finished a lap behind, and is probably gonna throw his mouse out of the window.
Yeah.
22 finishes out of 25 started, not a too bad stat.
I don't think so. The racers are allowed to chat with each other. In the meantime, I'm checking the schedule to see what the next race is going to be. You
Well,
already
next
know it, of
race
course.
on August 24th. LX6 at Aston North Reverse for 34 laps with I think it's either 10 or 15 minutes two-shot qualifying, and there's wind, so should be good.
Drums. There is wind, low wind. Well, that weather forecast is amazing. 2
At
weeks
least
in
it's more
advance.
accurate than the real life one. But yeah, good race. I have to say it was decent, even if the win was a bit closer in the end than it probably looked like before the leaders pitted.
All right, I think we can call it a day, maybe. Yeah. I think it's a good time to enjoy the rest of the evening, and there will be some chatting on TeamSpeak with the racers. And yeah, we will see in 2 weeks with LX6 on AS7 Reversed. Thanks for joining me, Dom, this evening.
That's been fun.
Yeah, we saw quite some battles. Was very interesting to host and see and everything. All right, see you all later, and a good evening, and bye-bye.